Alright guys, rolling right along. Video number 5, figure number 5. This time with Cable. This is a great looking figure. It's a figure that a lot of people are going to be happy with because we get more of a classic look to Cable. Some reused parts from the previous Cable figure in the Juggernaut wave, but definitely a lot of new stuff with this one that I think a lot of people are going to be real excited for. So we'll take a look at the package. Same as all the other ones. Deadpool logo there, Deadpool logo at the top, Cable. Side artwork looking very good there. Back of the package, we see a look at the figure. All the figures from the wave. And the bio reads, a powerful mercenary, Cable uses telekinetic abilities and combat expertise to get the job done. The UPC. All right. Let's open this up and take a look. Here's the new Cable figure out of the package, and this thing is a beast of a figure for sure. It does look very good. So we'll look at a couple things. We'll look at the accessories first. Here we have the right leg, the left leg, excuse me, to the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure. So just like with some of the other parts, some lighter browns, reddish browns, tans into a darker color. Down here on the foot, you got the toenails painted, and really cool. You have that big toe thumb type appendage with a separate sculpt looking which I think comes out really nice that they have that detail and it's not just kind of all together. So nice touch. Peg holes at the bottom. Comes with 3 guns, and I don't recognize these, and forgive me, I don't have the accessories to the Juggernaut Wave Cable other than the one that he's holding now. So I think these are some new weapons that we haven't seen before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below. But these, just like with the weapons that came with Deathlock, just a very dark gray or black color, a little bit of shine and glitter in it to give it a metallic look. They do feel kind of cheap. They're not flimsy or anything like that, but there's not a whole lot of weight to them. So there's this one here, but good sculpt work in them at least. Just no paint detail whatsoever. And they could be futuristic looking guns, which would make sense for somebody that's from the future. There's this pistol type of weapon. Looks like double barrel. Again, good sculpt work, but no paint whatsoever, and it just has the kind of that shiny metallic black, dark color. Looks good. He also has this huge one, which is hollow. It's done with the same material, but at least they have kind of some battle damage into it, some scratches and stuff like that. So that comes out looking pretty good. So good detailing in it. He does hold it nicely with his trigger finger right hand, but this thing feels cheap. It's hollow, but it does look good. The sculpt of it is nice. So nice, huge, futuristic looking gun. I like that there. But let's take a look at the figure. So from what I could tell on the figure, the only reused parts that we actually see are going to be not even the arm. Wow. So the lower half of the body. The torso, it's hard to tell because obviously the lower part of the torso. Nope. So second lower portion of the figure is the same. So the legs are the same, or at least the thighs. Actually, the more and more I look at, there are actually a lot of differences. The boots are the same. But the figure, for the most part, is actually quite different. So that's a good thing. But there's no real paint detail on the figure. So the pants are all done with the gray, and even the knee pads are actually done. It's a very flat, matte brown color. So even those knee guards, those knee pads, there's no paint detail in them whatsoever. It's all very, very flat color. Just a basic brown for the boots. Not a whole lot there. We get a little bit of color variation on these pouches and the straps that go around his leg, but not a whole lot. When we close up look, we do get a nice wash effect on the utility belt, so it gives it that kind of weathered leather look to it. So that does look nice. So good thing Hasbro gave us that. He does have a holster there, so it looks like he can fit one of his guns. This one. I don't know if he'd want to hold it that way, or if we put it in that way perhaps, and he can always cross over to get it. Not sure. I'm looking at the picture on the back of the package, and it actually does show the gun in there like so. So at least he can store some of his weapons. So I'm glad they at least gave us that. So these big shoulder pieces here, trying to see, they can be removed. If you look at the back right there, you can see that it does clip on. And it can be removed. So it is all one piece there. I'm not going to take it all the way off. And then this is kind of a floating piece. I'm sure if you just pop the head on, you can be able to get that back on. But let's get this thing back on here, because that's the way we want to see the figure. And we'll clip this back like so. And it does fit in there. So those holes, it looks like it might be the, I don't know if it's Hyperion. No, it doesn't look the same. So let's take a close look at the head sculpt there. You can see it's quite a difference from the Juggernaut wave cable. He has that eye effect there in the cybernetic eye, which does look very good. It's kind of a soft, pliable material on there. It does look really good. You can kind of see how it just really stands out. Looks good. We get a nice little pink line work in the scars. So it's a nice little detail that Hasbro did in there. You can see my sideburn doesn't really fit flush to where it should be on the sculpt. But does look good. No paint detail in the hair. It's just done with a flat white grayish color here on the head. I'm not sure exactly what this piece is. If you guys know what the significance is to this being on cable, let me know down in the comments, because I'm not real familiar with the classic look to cable. But let me know if there's any significance to it. But does look good. And then this piece, you can see if you remove the head, that would be a little floating piece. So I'm not sure what the significance to that is either. But when you have the whole thing on there, it does kind of give it that huge bulky look to him, where you could see. So lots of ammo there. So good paint detailing in there. There's no wash effect on this side. But here, again, we get it kind of in these leather looking pouches. But not so much throughout the rest. Nothing there. But does look good. As far as articulation, you get one click down, one click back. You want to be careful there. Head only doesn't really look up because you have this neck piece that's really preventing it from moving around. He doesn't really look down either because, again, that neck piece. We get the upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. His gloves are a floating piece. There's no paint detail in there at all. Both sides there. I thought it was interesting that we wouldn't get the same arm. So you could see that the line work's different. Not only do we not get any kind of wash into the paint, it's done in a very shiny metallic plastic, but it's a different sculpt. And I'm not sure why they would go with a different sculpt when they already had a good sculpt there. So it is different, but there is the cable figure. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching.